Gotta do the happy dance because we're going live for the first time in a long time. I'm so excited. Hey guys. I am so excited to be able to be here with you guys today. Yay! It's Friday, it's freezing, but you know what? We are up, we are here, we are doing our stuff, and the light is hitting the top of my bun and it makes it look like I have like sparkly hair. That's exciting. I have also, just to give you guys a warning, see that window right up there? There's a cat in it, and she might jump down on me. So it's always exciting here. Never a dull moment. I don't know what a dull moment is. Hi, Nicole. Thank you guys so much for joining me today in such short notice. I was going to do it at 11, but my poor husband, who is like ultra Superman, works third shift, and he's like, I want to go to bed. I'm like, give me just a little bit. We're going to do a Facebook Live. So we are here. Thank you so much for joining me on literally like the most short notice that has ever existed in the universe. I appreciate you guys so, so much for that. Okay, give me 1 second to pull up. I had notes because this is so unlike me to have notes and actually be prepared. If you guys have been here with me for any more than like 10 seconds, you know, like, planning ahead is not always my strong suit. And so that is something that I am working on this year. Okay, so I wanted to make this as short and sweet as I possibly can because I know that your time is valuable and I want you to go out and put these things into practice. Because again, I like my whole philosophy about blogging is like everybody can do it. You just need the right tools to actually put the stuff out there. You need to hit publish. You need to do it scared is what Ruth Sukup always says. And I firmly believe in that. Like, so even if it is scared, just hit publish. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, so I have my little handy dandy notes here. So let's talk really quick about focus, which is obviously like, can you tell I'm like ultra entrepreneurial ADHD? I'm like, I cannot focus on one thing to save my life. So let me show you what has been a big old lifesaver for me. I'm sorry, is I do this every morning. I brain dump onto Post-it notes. I have these mini Post-it notes, and each one is one task, one simple task that I literally use. What are all of the things inside of my head that are rattling around? Because I don't know if it's just me, but if you're anything like me, you get onto the computer, you open it up, and you're like, okay, I'm going to write this email. And you start writing, and you hit a word, and it's like, oh, I forgot I have to schedule something for Facebook. And then you're over in Facebook. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, crap, I forgot I have to update something in my welcome sequence. Oh, no. Once you're over there doing that, it's like, wait a second. I've got like 15 different things going on. So it really helps to just get all of it out on paper and to look at it, because having that visualization and being able to actually prioritize, like, you know, it's not really that important today that I update my welcome sequence. It's fine where it is right now. We're going to do that tomorrow when I have a little bit more time. Because today I gotta deal with a bunch of different things with scheduling on Facebook, or I have to go over to Instagram or whatever it is. But so there's that. That's my personal process. I am like a huge, huge fan of these little mini Post-its because they're not too big. Like, they're just the perfect size for one idea, singular idea. And then when you're done, you throw them out and it's done. It's great. It's fantastic. So liberating. So that's my like one big thing of like, if there's one tool, because that's one thing that a lot of people are asking for is like, what do you use to stay organized? I don't use fancy software. I have Trello. If I'm being completely honest, I still struggle with that. I'm much more of a pen and paper kind of a person. So Post-it notes, don't overcomplicate it. Don't go looking for, you know, $150 a month planning program that's going to help you with that. Post-it notes. Post-it notes. Amazon Basic even, that was cat hair. Amazon Basic even makes some. Like, go with what works, start small, then grow. But something else that I wanted to share with you was I sent out kind of an impromptu survey. I simply asked this question, and I came up with it through Kate Doster, who I absolutely love, like ultra fangirling over Kate Doster right now. One of the things that she suggests is sending out what she calls a one question email, like a one-line email. This is so out of my comfort zone. Can you guys tell? I'm a talker. Like, I like to talk. I like to help you guys. And I feel like the best way to do that is to help you come along on this crazy roller coaster ride that is my brain, and like be able to see how I get to this kind of an answer or whatever it is that I'm trying to help you with. And so one question, how's your blog been going? And the amount of responses that I got was insane. I did not anticipate that at all. But the one thing out of all of these responses, well, actually there's two things, I guess, that kind of kept coming back is, I don't have enough time and I don't know where to focus. I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm just stressed and I can't figure out who to listen to, what to do, or anything like that. And that speaks to my heart, because honestly, I feel your pain. I really, really do. Like, have a conversation with anybody about who their favorite blogger is, and they'll give you 18 different new people to follow, right? It's always like that. And they might be really amazing people. There's nothing wrong with like hearing other people's recommendations, but it also kind of dilutes like all of your processes. Like, for example, I know a lot of people have been going through EBA. If you don't know what it is, Elite Blog Academy, it's awesome. Get on the waitlist, carolinebedsel.com/EBA. EBA, a lot of people are going through EBA and they're like, oh, I got up to unit 2, but then I started kind of drifting off and I haven't hit the 1,000 subscribers mark, or I don't have my 25 posts yet. And so I've kind of stalled a little bit. And that's totally, first off, normal and fine, but you have to dig into the why about it. Why have you petered off? Why have you stopped kind of losing your focus? Have you lost track of why you started? Are you struggling to remember what you're supposed to be doing? Do you feel like super down and out about yourself? And like all it makes you want to do is sit on the couch and eat Cheetos and like watch reruns of The Office? Because that's how it makes me feel. Every time that Pinterest or Google is like, algorithm change, I'm like, oh, God, where's the ice cream? Like it just stresses me out. And it always makes me like, and I will not lie to you guys, it always, every single time something like that happens, there is a moment in my mind where it's like, quit, just quit, walk away now. Like, and of course, that's total silliness. Like, you guys look at me and you're like, why would you do such a thing? That's stupid, right? But it's like that for all of us. We always kind of find a way to like lose our focus, and it throws us off in some major way. And that's where we need to bring it on back and find out what is throwing us off and really immerse ourselves in everything business. What I mean by that is I have this really nasty habit. I get up in the morning, have my phone, drink my tea, and while I am like making my tea, because it takes forever to make tea, I watch an episode of The Office for a half an hour. And that is time that like it's idle. I'm not even sitting there like just sitting watching TV, because let's be real, who actually just sits there and watches TV? You're always flipping on your phone, you're looking at your computer, you're looking at your smartwatch, whatever it is, you're not just sitting there watching TV, right? This is time that I could have been using listening to a podcast that's going to help me, that's going to get me out of this rut that I'm in. So instead of watching a television show that's like literally just like draining my creativity, making me feel like this is all that there is to my day, instead of doing that, I'm going to go and listen to a podcast that's going to build me up. I'm going to go into my day psyched. Like, it's all about your mindset, like right from the get-go. And trust me, like really quick before we get into this, I'm not one of those like woo-woo people, but at the same time, changing this like little bit of a habit where it's like, oh, I don't have time to listen to other business people. I don't have time to ingest some really, really good blogging content. I don't have time for that. Earbuds. That's it. That's all you got to do. Pop in the earbuds. Where is it? Here it is. Let me show you. I don't even have AirPods. I have these bad boys. I literally pop them in my ears. Boop, boop. Pop them in my ears. Do everything. Cat hair. Do everything throughout the course of the day while listening to podcasts that are going to help me get into the right frame of mind, so that when I go and open up my laptop, I'm going to be like, man, I got this today. Like, yes, all the motivation, all of it. And so that's my thing. So my big recommendations for podcasts are especially for blogging or marketing or entrepreneurship. especially if you're women. Hey, y'all. Like, ladies, what up? Represent. Okay, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Is it really noticeable that I didn't sleep? Anyway, Amy Porterfield, Jenna Kutcher, Marie Forleo, Kate Doster, Ruth Soukup, Rachel Hollis. Those are my big 6. Now, I have to be really, really careful about the podcasts that I listen to, however, because, how much are my earbuds? I don't know how much they were. It's NX Fire. I don't know, but they work so well. They stay in my ears, and I don't have like freakishly small or freakishly large ears. They just hook up with Bluetooth. They're super lightweight. They come with a charging case. Okay, I didn't mean to make this into a sales pitch. I love those things though. Okay, I have to be really careful which podcast that I listen to though, because if I listen to like Amy Porterfield, I love that woman. She is a marketing genius. Everything that she speaks about, like sales processes, how to market your products, what you should be doing inside of your business is literal gold. But the problem is all of it's very actionable. And if I just have earbuds in and I'm just like, I need something that is going to build me up and make me excited to hit the ground running with my blog, with the stuff that I know I have to do, I can't listen to Amy Porterfield. And here's why. Because I could be sitting here like, okay, I have to make a new blog post, and then I have to make a freebie for that blog post. Got to make a pin. That's all I got to do today. And Amy Porterfield, I pop in the earbuds, and she's like, I just made a membership site. I'm like, let's make another membership site. Like, and it really throws me off. There's nothing wrong with her podcast. There's nothing wrong with it at all. But you have to be in the right frame of mind. And so I like to listen to Rachel Hollis and Jenna Kutcher about kind of goal setting and getting into the right mental headspace and things that you can do for yourself to kind of make you a more well-rounded blogger and prepare yourself to have an amazing day without giving you these action steps to take to get a result, like an actual physical result. Because otherwise it's just going to you're going to get off track, and that's not what we want to have happen, okay? So that's the big thing. Another thing was this is another one that people always laugh at me when I say this, but I'm like, no, serious. You know that email that you got on Monday that had 1,000 words in it? I did talk to text, and I did it in a Google Doc. I didn't buy software. I didn't buy a special microphone. I literally sat there with my computer, opened up a Google Doc, and I did talk to text. And I talked it all out. Of course, you have to watch it. Oh, sorry. I said, hey, Google, and my phone turned on. You have to watch it because sometimes it will pick up something completely ridiculous. And it's like, you go back to edit it later and it's like, I don't even know what I was trying to say here. Like once, what was the one that it did for me? It said something like, that's the one. Put cheese on a monkey. That was what it thought that I said. Instead of eat with your kids, it said put cheese on a monkey. I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. I still wish that I took a screenshot of that. But you have to be careful. But at the same time, it saves you so much time. Because I know how long it takes to write one of those mega blog posts. And it is so draining to have all of that going. It is just I have to sit down uninterrupted for 3 hours to write a 3,000 word blog post. I'm lucky if I can get a half an hour of uninterrupted time. When my kids are up and my kids are home, I'm lucky to get a half an hour of uninterrupted time. There is no way that I can get out all of my streams of consciousness that I need to all in one place if I'm just typing. So that's something that is a huge, huge game changer. Sorry, gotta move that down so that I look less like my hair's on fire. It's not gonna work, but so that is something that is a huge game changer, is trying talk to text. Open up a Google Doc, and if you have there's keyboards that you can use, but you can also just go up to the top where it says, I think is it edit? I can't remember. But you can go up there and there's one that says talk to text or speech to text. I think it's under file or edit. I can't remember. Hang on, let me see. I will do this in real time because you guys are that important to me. Let's see, where are you? No. Format maybe? Tools? There it is. Voice typing. It is. So it's under tools is where you need to go, and Google Docs. And it's free. It's free in there, and you don't have to get any like expensive software. It's amazing. Just do it. See how it works. What I like to do usually is kind of have an outline. So if I'm doing like the 10 best grocery store shopping apps that are going to save you money, I'm going to outline those. I'm going to say like number 1 through 10 so that I have kind of an idea of what I'm supposed to be talking about, so that I don't have to, you know, be like, and then what's the number 2 one? What's number 5? I can't remember. Or like worse, when you're coming up with, you know, like, what is it called? If you're coming up with like the top 10 best ways to save money, which is like you have to actually have a thought out process behind each one of them. It is so much easier to have those ideas kind of just even like bullet pointed out. I will do a video at some point of how I do this, because seriously, like it took me, I don't think it took me 10 minutes to write that email on Monday that's 1,000 words and send it. I mean, it's amazing. So that's a huge, huge game changer. So immerse yourself in business and blogging and all of that stuff. Get rid of the distractions. Get rid of the Hulu app on your phone. Get rid of the Netflix app and just do, or even if it's YouTube, like make sure to set it at a point so that you are not idly watching YouTube. If you're not taking in content that is going to help you grow as a blogger and as an entrepreneur, because that's what you are, is an entrepreneur. Say it with me now. I am an entrepreneur. Okay. And then this last one is actually kind of a segue into the second point that I really wanted to talk about, which was reusing our content. Okay, this is a big one, because let's be real. If you spend 3 hours writing a 3,000 word blog post, and that's kind of where its life cycle ends, that's 3 hours of your time that's where it ends. You can't do anything more with it. You make some pins, you earn some ad traffic, maybe you earn affiliate income, but that's it, right? But now what? You can actually take parts of that blog post and make it into an email. If it is like a 10 steps to kind of a thing, you could make it into an email course and do that as a freebie. You can just break down each day as one step and do a little blurb of an intro. Welcome to day 2. Here you go. Did you miss day 1? Go back and look for your emails. Whatever it is, reuse that content. You can also do this. This is something that I have been doing recently because thanks to my friend Allison, who is on Instagram at Inspired Budget, she has me focusing on my Instagram growth. And one of the things is I schedule all my Instagram posts for the week ahead of time. But I am not a brief person. It is not my strong suit at all. I am wordy. I am mouthy. I cannot keep it short to save my life. If somebody was like, gun to my head, like you have 10 words to say, like I'm dead. So that's aside. So I write these huge long captions for my Instagram posts, and it got to a point where it's like, how can I reuse this content? Because if I'm just making something and it goes up on Instagram and it's getting likes for a few days and then nobody ever sees it again, I'd better be able to reuse that. And so what I have been doing is whenever a post does really well for that week, I take that caption, I take that post because it's a good post about my niche that I know is going to help my people, especially the ones who are on my email list. I take it and I copy and paste it and put it into an email. I'm not even kidding. I literally copy and paste it. I might get rid of some things like here on Instagram, or leave your question in the comments, because nobody's going to do that. I change those tiny little things, give it a little bit of an intro, and boom, I have an email. I have an email from an Instagram post without me having to sit down and take another 2 hours to write an email that I know is going to help my people. I'm just taking content that I've already created and reusing it, because let's be real. Nobody is going to see every single thing that you publish across the internet. Nobody, no matter how much of a diehard fan of yours they're not going to have read every single one of your blog posts, every single one of your emails, every single one of your Instagram posts, every single one of your YouTube videos. They're not going to have done that. So you are going to have an entire audience of people who are on your email list who have no idea that you have an Instagram, who have no idea that you posted something on Instagram. It may have even gone viral and they still won't even know that it exists. So there is nothing wrong with sharing it. Again, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. And something else that I am starting this year, is not just focusing on my Instagram, but also on my YouTube. Because as much as I want to fight this and pretend like it's not, it's not the case, YouTube is in fact, video is in fact the way that things are moving towards. And we can scream and holler all we want, but that's the reality of it, is that's where things are moving towards. So I'm not going to fight it anymore. We're going to go for it. And I had this moment of like super ultra limiting belief of, what is there for me to talk about? I've already done all of the talking that could ever happen about saving money. How many different ways can I say, fold up the dollar, put it back in your wallet, and stop spending? How many other ways can I say that? And then it hit me that I have more than 350 blog posts on my site. Most of them are about saving money. Of course, I have the script written out for me inside of those blog posts. Game changer, right? I'm not even kidding. So here is my plan moving forward, is I am going to go back over all of my posts that I have and create a YouTube video, literally using my blog post as a script. Of course, I'm not going to read it word for word because that's really boring and I hate reading. But I'm definitely going to be taking them right there, like, and just using them like the bullet points, like I was saying with the talk to text. I'm going to be using those bullet points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, as different talking points, and still using the same basic idea of the 10 best ways to. Like, that is 100% what I am planning to do. And I'm reusing the content. I am going to take a blog post in the future, if I can ever get around to this. You can take a blog post, take it apart, and then put it over into Instagram. And then tell people, like, want to read more? Go check out the link in my bio. Not saying necessarily that it's going to explode your traffic, not even with the swipe up feature, because honestly, people like to stay on Instagram. They do not like to go off of Instagram. Totally fine, whatever. But that is a way that you can reuse your content for all of these different platforms without having to literally sit there and think about trying to reinvent the wheel. Okay, you've already put all of this work into this content. Let's say that your primary focus has always been on your blog content. Each one of your blog posts is 1,500 plus words. You can use all of that content over again in different platforms without having to come up with brand new stuff to say every single time. Okay? Woo! That was a long one, but I really, really mean it. Like, this is a game changer. And here's something else, by the way. Speaking of reusing content, you can resend your emails. Because honest to goodness, even if it's 6 months ago, if you've sent a really, really good email 6 months ago that you got like a lot of responses back, you didn't get a lot of unsubscribes, you got a lot of positive feedback, people clicked on links, you can resend that. If you need permission to go back through your email inbox, what is it called? Library. If you need to go back through your email library, go back through your email library and resend your stuff. Because honestly, even if you have somebody who is, like I said, a diehard fan, they are not going to remember that you sent the exact same email 6 months ago. Because there's also a real chance that people haven't seen it. Like, let's be real, your list has grown so much in 6 months. It probably, if you're just starting out, it may have even doubled in 6 months. So don't stress out. These are people who've never seen this kind of stuff. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to make a ton of extra work for yourself. If you've already written the content and it's good and people liked it and they responded well to it, send it again. Or here's something else that I do. I am either this makes me super lazy, or you can look at it like I'm really, really productive, okay? I reuse the crap out of everything, and not in a way that it's like, oh my gosh, I already read that email. Like, I'm not sending the same exact email every single week, don't worry. But if I have a really good email, one that really resonated with my people, that I got a lot of positive feedback from, a lot of clicks for, people bought from it, whatever, I'm going to put it in my welcome sequence. Don't know what to send in your welcome sequence? It's right there. Give them things that they're looking for. You've already kind of planted your flag and said, these are the things that I believe that are going to help you with whatever it is that we talk about here. That's where you need to kind of have that, like, what else can I do to help these people understand what we talk about here? That's where you can add an email that really kind of is, maybe it's longer or whatever. Maybe it's a little bit wordier than usual. It doesn't have to just be that you give away 3 freebies and then that's the end of your welcome sequence. I actually recommend, this is like one of those things where it's like I tiptoe on the word recommend. I was talking about, like, if you have a welcome sequence that's 3 days and then you just kind of like whoop, throw them back in to your regular sequence, that might be kind of like throwing, I don't know, like is it like a fish into cold water or something? I don't know. Wait, no, that's out of the frying pan into the fire. We've been reading The Hobbit. That's not the one I was talking about. But if you are talking like to your people and all you've been doing for the first 3 days is giving them freebies, which is awesome, I'm totally down for that. Then you send them an email and it's like, whoa, you write novels in your emails. Didn't expect that. You're going to scare some people away. And if so, they're not your people. Deuces. Bye-bye. Get out. I don't need you. Say it with me now. It is a privilege to be on my list. Kate Doster. Love her. So what you can do is add those longer emails to your welcome sequence. Make your welcome sequence 2 weeks long if you have to. That's totally fine. You don't have to send, a novel every day for 2 weeks. Space them out. Make them so it's kind of like if you send an email to your regular list every Monday evening, set up your welcome sequence to send these every Monday evening and have it kind of be like a dipping their toes into the water of kind of being on your list and what a normal week is going to look like. So that way you have all that content. So I never want to hear anybody telling me that they can't make a welcome sequence. Okay? So that's just like, this is all different kinds of things that you can do with content that you've already created. You've already done it. It's already out there. It's out of your brain onto paper or onto digital paper, whatever you want to call. It's out there. Reuse it. You spent the time on it. Maximize the effectiveness of it by reusing it again and again. And remember, you're doing your people a disservice if you're not sharing this content with them. Okay, that's an honest statement. Like, if I'm not telling people how to save money, if I'm just like, oh, I don't want to bug them, I don't want to resend that, like, I'll just not make an email this week, I'm doing them a disservice by not helping them, by not sharing my knowledge with them, by not helping them reach their goals with money or whatever it is for you. So you have to get that information out there. If you had a good email 6 months ago, resend it. If you needed permission, this is your permission. Resend it. If you have a massive blog post that you love and you spend a ton of time on, and you're like, I don't know what to do with it now, break it up into an email course. Have people sign up for it. Make it be one of your freebies. Make that into a course that you can sell even. Like, and I will get into that whole, like, you can sell content that you've already posted about on your site. You can still sell stuff that you've already posted about on your site and people will buy it. We'll get into that later though, because God bless my husband. He's got to go to bed because he got up or he hasn't slept since last night at like 9 o'clock. So is there anybody who has a question that I can answer? Because I literally just spoke at like the speed of sound for this entire video and I'm so excited. Can you pick up on my excitement? I'm just excited to be here with you guys. So I will give you guys like a few minutes. If you have any questions, oh crap. If you have any questions, wait, which side? There? Is that where the comments are? Am I pointing to the right side? I never know if it's like, if I'm inverse or you guys are. Put it in the comments. Like, just, there's no way that I can get it wrong. Either way, guys, I really, really hope that that helped you. And I hope that you understand that like reusing your content isn't cheating. Taking some time to really get into the right mental headspace before you sit down to work isn't like a cop-out. Like, honest to goodness, I have 4 kids. I have 4 kids. And right now they're all upstairs with a Netflix nanny and Asher. Like, they're sitting upstairs on the couch watching Star Wars, and I'm totally okay with it because I know I'm going to go up there and be with them. And then when they take their naps or they're having another kind of like reading break, I can come back to work. And I have my marching orders. I have my list of things that I have to do for the day. And I'm very, very clear on them. And I try not to let noise clutter my mind. Because again, at the end of the day, I'm the only one who knows where I want to take my business and how I want to help my people. And in order to do that, I have to be in the right mental headspace to do that. So there. Oh, how do you create your email library in Convertkit? So I just go back through over all of my broadcasts that have been sent. What is it? Completed, I think is what they call it in Convertkit. Is if you go to completed broadcasts, you can see all of the emails that you've sent ever on Convertkit, ever. I've been there since 2016, and I still have emails from 2016 in there. And that way I can go back over, and if I had a really good email back in 2016 or 2017, which I didn't, but if I did, I could go back over and just resend that, edit it a little bit. Personally, just to save like the formatting, when you do that, I go to duplicate, and then it shows up right in the beginning. You can also search for certain keywords that you used in the title. I wish that they did like a search based off of the entire content of the emails. So like if I wanted to see where it was that I talked about Amy Porterfield, if I wanted to see any email that contained the word Amy Porterfield, they don't have that technology yet, which is really, I got a bone to pick about that one. For all of the different things that they don't have that. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I like totally threw big, scary words at a bunch of newbies here. Guys, there's nothing wrong with being new. Welcome, big hug. That's my cat. Do you see her tail? Oh, she's lovely. She's giving herself a bath right above my head. Really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. High five for being here. High five for doing it. Okay, so a welcome sequence. Basically, all that's saying is when somebody signs up for your email list, they automatically get the set of emails that you send out to them. You don't do it. Your email provider does. I use Convertkit. I only recommend Convertkit because I love them. I've been with them, like I said, since 2016. They have been the most helpful people in the known universe. Like, I mean, they've set up sequences for me because I'm a technological idiot. They've set up my templates for me when I wanted to change a color of something or use a different font. They are so helpful, so knowledgeable, and they're always, always there for you. But inside of Convertkit, what you do is you send, they have like sequences, and basically all that's a fancy word for it automatically, once someone signs up and gives you their email address, they send them an email. And then a day later, inside of your welcome sequence, you say send another email. And it's already sent. You don't have to do anything. It's already pre-done. It's a little pre-made format. And it'll send people an email every day for as long as your welcome sequence is. Personally, I like to have like a 14-day long welcome sequence just to really get people into the mix, kind of know what I'm about. I like to give them a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I want them to make sure that we're on the same wavelength. And if we're not, they can have the opportunity to unsubscribe. And I'm totally at peace with that. Okay, so boom. Away with you if you don't like me. I totally don't mind. That's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. So no judgment at all about not knowing what a welcome sequence was. I am so sorry for throwing that big word. That sounds like really scary, doesn't it? It's really not. It's just saying like Convertkit automatically sends out an email for you. That's all. It's nice and easy. So I will link to Convertkit because you get a 14-day free trial, which is awesome sauce. If I can send it. Okay. Okay. I keep drafts of emails, blog posts, Facebook posts, everything in Scrivener or Google Docs. Melanie, brilliant. I love that idea. I save, what I do is a little bit, it's similar because I'm a weirdo. So I just make every time, for example, that I launch something, if I have a sales sequence. So for example, the Genius Bloggers Toolkit, I have a sequence inside of Convertkit where anytime that I sent out an email for Genius Bloggers Toolkit, I save the email and move it into the sequence so that I have it, so that I have kind of a framework. If I did really well on a sale last year, then I know I can use basically the same emails the following year, or at least the same frameworks, that I'm not starting from scratch. And that's kind of how I do that. Because again, reuse your content. If you had a sale that went absolutely bonkers, if you hit your first product launch out of the park, first off, high five. That's amazing. I didn't sell a single product my first time I launched a product. Like bomb, crash and burn, bomb. It did not work. But if you hit your product launch out of the park, sorry, my cat's tail is really distracting me, then make sure you save those emails to use for the next time that you have a product sale, so that you can reuse those emails. Make minor tweaks to them if you really want to, but you can reuse them. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. If something worked, you can use it again. So that's my big thing there. Okay. Yay. I'm so glad that you like my emails. Kelly, oh my goodness. Okay, Rainy, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. And like I keep saying, I'm going to try to make it a point to do this again, because I love being here with you guys. I love to be able to help you guys in such a way, and to understand your questions and the struggles that you are having. Oh, sorry. Any tips on awesome freebies to offer our list? Oh, this is a loaded question. I have a video on here somewhere in the video files with Tracy Lynn. I can link to that in here. We go over all of email opt-in questions, because she is just like, she's my go-to. I actually just did a call with her yesterday and we recorded it, so that she's using it as a bonus for one of her products. We did a call yesterday about strategizing for freebies. So it was pretty awesome. I can't do $60 a month for Convertkit. Oh, no. I hope that you don't have to do $60 a month. I think it's $29 for the starter. I could be wrong. MailerLite, yes, they are still. I was just going to say MailerLite was only the other service that I ever recommended using, and they seem to be still having trouble. I have yet to find another free replacement that I like. I'll be totally honest. I have tried MailChimp. I hated them. I have tried MailerLite. I liked them, but then they started having trouble with sending. And so obviously if no one's getting your emails, it's not worth it. Mad Mimi, I also had some trouble with. I had trouble getting that one to actually show up in people's inboxes. I won't even bother recommending like Active Campaign or Drip. Those are also other ones, but those are really expensive too. I think that they're on par with Convertkit. But I personally only have experience with Convertkit and I love them. In my mind, for all the stuff that you get with them, it's worth the $30, especially to grow your email list. But that's just me. So if it's not in your budget, don't worry. Aweber. I have a few friends that had some positive things to say about Aweber. I have not used them personally. I don't know about them. And so I hesitate to be like, yeah, go for it. Especially since I can't remember if they're free or charged. So trust me, guys, we could do an entire video on like email providers and the things that you can do inside of them. So that's for another day though, because my husband's actually going to kill me. I think he might be asleep already. So thank you guys so much for showing up in like literally 7 minutes notice. You guys are the best. I just absolutely love you guys. And I'm so grateful for you being here today. Thank you. Tag me if you have any more questions and I will do my best to answer them. And if I don't see them, tag me again, 'cause like Facebook is just crazy. So I will see you guys later. Bye.